So good morning everybody. Today I'm taking you on an e-bike ride to the pig farm on Lochside Trail. I figured a better way of getting the first part of this video and this audio podcast recorded is to take this side road. This is the main parking lot at Mount Douglas. This will avoid being too close to the noisy traffic and will give you about a 1-minute introduction to this episode, which is going to be called France the Farmer. Hopefully I'm going to meet France the Farmer. So this is a little playground for kids. I'm wearing the camera a little higher on my chest these days so that you don't get the speedometer of the bike right in the middle of the screen. The other advantage is that the camera is now right under my chin, basically. I have to be careful that my beard doesn't hang in the lens. It's not that far from the lens. So this used to be the road. And I'm going to be joining the new road. I'm talking about new, maybe from the 1920s they built that other section. But this used to be the way around Mount Douglas, closer to the water. So this is the introduction clip to Farmer France, the podcast. As I change gear to help the motor a little bit, I will pause this clip right here. So this is the quieter section of Lochside Trail. This is where all the rich people live. Big houses, big lots, as you can see on the left. Pretty soon it'll be even quieter. Then it becomes a pure rail trail. This is now Lochside Drive, and it becomes Lochside Trail a little bit further along. It's convenient that it has kilometer markings. That 6k represents 5.3k on my trip meter. I'm not too sure how the camera is angled. It's too close under my chin for me to see. I'll feel where it's pointing. That's probably better now. You don't just want the treetops. Something going on here. Not sure what. This is McMinn Park, where Norma plays pickleball in the summer. And now 6 kilometers on my clock, or 5.6 to be precise. I'll stop the video here once again. So I'm just about to pass a couple of joggers. Thank you. This is the quieter section of Lochside Drive, but it still is paved because of all these houses. But pretty soon it hits farmland, and then they don't need access so much, so it's unpaved. Just along here is where I buy my kindling. On the way back I'm going to be picking up a bundle of kindling because we're getting our wood delivered in a couple of days. I think it's coming in Thursday. We're getting a cord of Douglas fir wood for burning. Get back to you later. So this is where the pavement hits the dirt. Pretty soon I'm going to be on non-drivable trails. It's 9:25 at the moment, maybe 9:26. Yeah, 9:26. And this is going to be the clip that takes me all the way to Francis Farm, I believe. I'm not sure what they're doing here. I think they're probably doing some leaf clearance. Sweeping the trail a little bit. Yeah, they seem to be sweeping the leaves off the trail. This is probably the most picturesque section of the Lochside Trail, with the colours changing and everything. Zipping along here at 20 kilometers an hour with power assist level 2. I've tilted the odometer away from the view of the camera a little bit more to give you more of the scenery and less of the equipment. I'm hoping that there's lots of good stuff for me to pick up, because with the colder weather I seem to be eating a lot more than I do in the summer. And I'm basically eating just vegetarian food at the moment. One chicken lasts me 2 weeks. I cut it up and freeze the breasts, freeze the legs, the wings, that kind of thing. Separate it all out, stew the bones to make my soups. Hang on a second, I have to concentrate here. Alright, I'm safe. Another little bit of pavement for the farmers to get their trucks in here. I'm about 1 kilometer from Francis Farm. We used to say we were going up to see the pigs, but he doesn't have any pigs anymore. They've all died of old age or disease, which is a shame, but he still goes to pick up vegetables from the local store, because he does have other animals to feed on his farm. Let me see now, it was 9:26. I've done 3 minutes. 3 minutes on this clip. I have to give these people a little bit of a heads up. It's quite narrow here. Yep, they heard me. Hello. Thank you. I used to think these 2 marks on the trail were tire marks from the cars, but no cars come along here, so these are 2 single tracks for the cyclists who use this trail. It shows up a lot more when there's leaves on the trail. So I've got fields both sides of me now. 10 kilometers on my clock. Probably 11 here. Yeah. I don't start exactly where this trail marking starts. This used to be a railway line, as you can tell. Hi there. I'm hoping you're getting a good view today. Pretty soon I'll be able to see the opening where the farmland And Mr. Francis Farm he's got a small holding at the back of one very large field. I have to be a little careful today with the wet leaves. I could easily lose my front wheel. "20 kilometers an hour. That is about 12 miles an hour in US terms. It's a safe speed for me. I can go all day like this. I can plan a 50-kilometer ride and arrive not even tired. I arrive at about the same degree of tiredness as if I walked for that amount of time, not the distance, obviously. It always seems to be groups of 3 today. Thank you. Hi there. See, I can see Francis Farm up ahead. 26 to 32 is 6 minutes. Alright, so I've got another 2 minutes, which will get me there. Another section of pavement for farm access. So this clip will run out as I approach my turnaround spot. I think this group of 3, I know the woman in the middle. She always says hi to me. Oh, she's changed positions. Hi there. Yep, we see the same people all the time. Norma was going to come with me today, but she changed her mind because she said it looked a little chilly. Alright. Farmer Francis Farm, dead ahead. I'm still recording video, good. Oh, that's a bit disappointing. There was nothing there. There were just a few hot chilies. I really don't need any more hot chilies in my life. Mind you, the view this way is quite spectacular. I'm going to enjoy riding back to the kindling stand, which is probably where I will say bye-bye to you. Maybe before. I'm trying to figure out how many minutes I have already logged. I think I did a 1 minute, a 3 minute, another minute, yeah, 8. I'm about up to 15 or 16 minutes so far, so I can afford to do a little bit more. These are the same 3 that I was talking about just a minute ago. They do out and backs like I do. Hello again. Nothing free for me today. Heart rate 94. Average speed 19.28 kilometers per hour. So next stop for me will be the kindling stand and then the Lochside cattle, but you've seen all of that before. So I shall just let you watch and listen to the sound of the wind a little bit more. Got a couple other things to do today. It's more like I'm riding my errands today. No free food. I'm gonna have to pay $5 for some kindling. And then I'm off to the bottle bank to take my empties back. .25 kilometers per hour. As I pause to look both ways. Alright. More of this autumnal wonderland. All these people I saw going the other way. Hello again. This is where I used to do a lot of my ultramarathon training. Flat and straight. This is what gets those races. A lot of the people, they train on the single track, but they don't train on hours and hours of perfectly runnable trail like this. So their body's kind of not used to it. See these three as well. Thank you. This tree looks as if it's going to fall one of these days. It's been propped up. Let me just check that I'm still recording. Yep. Still recording video. As I turn the camera slightly to one side, give you a slightly different view. 40 minutes of moving time for me today so far. 19.25 kilometers per hour. I do use the gears. Obviously not as much as if I was on a non-electric bike, but I change gear to keep a constant effort on my legs. I'm trying to be in the 100 beats per minute zone for my heart rate. This is where I do a lot of my stamina training. It's kind of equivalent to doing an indoor bike. You pedal for so many minutes at a certain resistance on the machine, and you get your cardio benefits from that. Obviously, if I was training for sprinting, I would use a higher resistance. I would give my legs more work to do. Try and maintain a 100 plus heart rate. If I do 17 or 18 kilometers today, that'll be about 700 calories, which will close my rings for today. For those of you with Apple Watches, you know what I'm talking about. As I fumble for my camera once again. I think this is where I'm going to say goodbye to you. Hi there. Not sure how long this show is going to be, but it is what it is. So this is the running jackal saying bye-bye to you all on a Wednesday after an unsuccessful trip to Farmer France's farm. The trip was successful, but there was no booty today. As we hear the geese honking. Okay, so there's some bonus footage here. I'm pretty sure that I'm still within my half-hour show length limit. I figured, seeing as there were no vegetables to talk about, might as well talk about a bit more of this ride. I'm going to be approaching the Longhorn cattle pretty soon. With any luck, they will have a little show for us. Last time I came this way, they were in the lower field, so there would have been a good, maybe 100 meters at the most, maybe more like 50 meters from the camera. A good range, I was going to say, a good distance from the camera, so you can see quite a few of them. Donwood Park to my right, Mount Doug to my left. Hi. Yet another paved section coming up. More farm access road. This was originally railway all the way, so there wouldn't have been any cars or cycling going on. It would have been a rail bed. Pretty soon I'm going to get to the Blenkinsop Trestle and Roy's statue. That's always a good photo opportunity. So I'm probably going to say goodbye to you 3 times today. For the audio crowd, I apologize. This is going to be more like 75% video content, 25% audio content. Now, where are the cattle? That's what I'd like to know. They're either to my right or to my left. I think they're going to be to my left today. Yep, there they are. Good. In the classic cattle pose. I'm going to zoom in so you get a full benefit of them. I'm not sure if there's any footage now. I just got a message saying that the battery is exhausted. So I will say goodbye to you once again. Carlos. So, Blenkinsop Trestle Bridge and Roy. There he is.